my name's Annette, and I'm going to teach you how to hand feed your hamster. Our hamster Onyx got very sick some time ago, and we took him to the vet, and we were given this critical care. It's a premium recovery food, which can be given to herbivores that have either poor nutrition or are sick or are just recovering from surgery and they're refusing to eat. So all of the stuff that you can get from your vet was given to us. The critical care, I also have a little dish for mixing the food in, like so. You can use any small dish. I also have a tongue depressor just to scoop the food out with, but you can use a teaspoon as well. And a syringe, which I'm going to use to draw out water and also to feed my hamster with. I have some water set to the side to drop in the syringe to mix the food. And a couple of washcloths, one of which we're going to use to wrap the hamster in to make it easier to feed him, and one's going to be used to clean him up should we make a little bit of a mess. And I also laid down a towel to give us a soft surface to work with. So at this time I'm going to go ahead and make the food. So take my tongue depressor and just scoop the end in there and get, just fill the tip with food, and that's usually right about enough food for one feeding. And your vet will instruct you as to how many times you need to feed him. Make sure you see a vet before doing this yourself so that you know exactly what you need to be doing to get your hamster healthy. So I'm going to go ahead and start with about 7 drops, and I'm going to stir that up, mix it all together. And what we're looking for is to mix it up to about the consistency of oatmeal. And so you just want to use enough water to make it wet enough to soak back up into the syringe, but not too runny. So that looks pretty good. And that should be good to soak back up in the syringe. It's just about the consistency of oatmeal. So squirt the water back out, soak it back, or suck it back up into the syringe, and it may take a couple of times to get it all in there. I'll just tap it down and squeeze, push the air out, and then suck the remainder up of the food. And try to get that last little bit in there. You want to end up with about 1/4 of an inch of food in the syringe to feed your hamster with. And that's good for one feeding. I'll push the air back out of there. And then we're ready to get our hamster. And here I have Onyx. And it took me a little bit of trial and error to get him fed the first time, so hopefully we can avoid that by showing you how to do it right the first time. So just take my towel, my washcloth, and wrap it around him just snugly enough so that he can't squirm out, but not too tight that he's terribly uncomfortable. He's gonna hide on me. There we go. And just hold him like so, and take your syringe, and you don't want to stick it right in the front, but you want to go for the corner of his mouth, and they should open up for you, just like that. And you just squeeze it in there until he's all done, just slowly, a little bit at a time. And make sure you don't stick it right in the front because they have those big teeth up front. And you don't want to get his lips pinched, but you stick it right in the corner of his mouth and he'll open up for you, just like that. Okay? And that's how you hand feed your hamster. You might want to just clean up his mouth with your second washcloth a little bit, and he's good to go.